Hey y'all, it's Leo here. Hey, I want to say I'm sorry about not being able to stream or do anything like that. Um, just how it goes sometimes. But I wanted to hop on here and make a video, uh, kind of explaining my journey through Gran Turismo. Thought that'd be a cool video idea. So, to start it off, if y'all don't know who I am, I'm Leo, also known as Lance. Um, let's see, my journey through Gran Turismo. It has been a wild one. I'll tell y'all that. It's been a wild, crazy ride. Um, it started off as a kid with my dad. I played Gran Turismo 1, 2 with him a lot, and that's where I got my passion for it. Back in the day of like memory cards, my dad had all the cars, and I remember distinctly doing something dumb and erasing one of his cars to make room for one of my stupid ones. And it's one of the core memories that brings me back to Gran Turismo. Um, so then I got a little older. Um, Mom and dad separated. They've been separated that whole time, but I finally got my hands on a PS2 and got Gran Turismo A-Spec 3. And I played that for hours as a kid. And I do mean hours. Like all the endurance races to get the Formula One car, did them. Had all of them. It was crazy. Like 12-hour races as a kid, not knowing what I'm doing. Going back and thinking about it now compared to when I was younger is wild. Um, then for a period of time, I didn't pick up another racing game besides Forza when I had the Xbox. Then the Xbox got the Red Rings of Death, and I said, nope. And then I hit my teenage years, going through high school and stuff like that. Didn't pick it back up after that. I was too busy doing high schooler things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, um, fast forward, go to the military. Didn't really play any video games through the military except for with my buddies. We were playing like Division, Call of Duty, all the shoot 'em ups, because you're in the military. Of course. Well, why not? But y'all heard me talk about them before. I don't know if I could say their names. Y'all have seen them pop up on my live stream when they go play their games. Mandy and Cody. That's their names. They really got my passion for video games back. And when I got out, unfortunately, I didn't have the means to play online, but I still kept playing. Fast forward, to 2019? Yeah, we'll go 2019. Playing around, Unc gets me the PS5. Well, start looking at games for it. All of a sudden, I see Gran Turismo 7. I'm like, huh. Well, I haven't played that in a long time. Let's see what goes on with that. So I buy it. I look at all the stuff. I'm like, oh, cool. It's like, the old school games, get to modify cars, do all this, get to play against the AI. I'm like, all right, cool. I look over and what I say is sport. I'm like, what is that? What is that? I never seen that before. Now, mind you, I didn't play 5. I didn't play 5 at all. So I had no idea what that was. So I clicked on it, and they're like, all right, cool. Well, here's this. Here's all the rules. And I think it was Sardinia. No, Garden Trails. It was one of the ones with the weird, like, left-hander that never ends. That was my first race, and I remember that distinctly. That's before I had the wheel. That's before I had the YouTube. That's before I had anything. I was just sitting there going, wow, these people actually competitively play. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't competitively play Call of Duty, but Black Ops 2 was my thing. So I was used to online, and I was waiting for that to happen, and it never came. So I started researching Gran Turismo 7 videos, and I look at one, and it's alive. I'm like, all right, I've never really understood live streaming, but I'll give it a shot. So then I click on the live, and it's T-Case. That's where it started from. That is all where it started from. I hopped into his stream, chit-chatted with him until like, I don't know, he must have been going until like midnight. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, get to chit-chat with people. And if y'all don't know, T-Case is an awesome guy. Like, just throwing that out there. So, right around that time, season 1 of NRL came up, and I missed it. So, I had started watching McNaughty, and just trying to get all that done. He's like, oh man, you missed the window. I was like, oh, okay. So I watched it all. Meanwhile, I'm figuring out all the YouTube stuff. I'm playing random games on the PlayStation, streaming through there. And at the time, I was working at the oil change shop, making decent money. So I had bought the laptop, I had bought the capture card, I bought the microphone, I bought all that stuff, and I started getting everything settled. So then season 1 of NRL comes done, and everything happens with that. And I wait a while watching everybody, started meeting everybody. So McNaughty, Papa, all the other people. I'm focusing on them 3 core people because that's all I can remember at the time. So I guess at some point I asked TK, what is PHG? What's PHG? He's like, oh, it's Papa's House of Game. I was like, all right, let's go see what this dude's all about. So I hop in his stream and I start chit-chatting away. Come to find out, more cool people. I was like, sweet. And yeah, that's where that all started at. So I get in with them, I start talking, all the streaming stuff, networking with people, talking with people. Well, season 2 comes around, right? I enter. And I do pretty decent. Until I got, didn't do so well on one race. Not gonna name names. It was a Topoliss and a Jaguar with rain, and awful. But along that way, I made good friends with Toon, Jay, and as a little team effort, Toon is also the premier host for NRL. He is the voice along with Flawed now. Just in case y'all don't know, I'm sure y'all know. And we've become actually really close friends. So if y'all don't think I'm talking to him, I am. We're still talking. Best of buds. Along with everybody else. I know I've been kind of MIA lately. Just mainly because of life stuff. And I'll get into that in a part 2 if y'all want. But so season 2 comes around. That happens. And I don't know what possessed me, but I was like, hey, can I do the host thing? I feel like I got, a decent hang of talking while driving. And they're like, yeah, dude, let's go. Because that's like season 3 was right when they switched from just only Fridays to Fridays and Saturdays. So they needed 2 sets of hosts, right? That's when Flawed came in. Everybody else came in. and we started doing it. And I was like super nervous the first one. Super nervous. I barely talked. I like looked up all the information for the cars. Now looking back on it, I'm like, that was dumb. Like nobody cares about the cars. But it's cool information. It's my niche. Like I know cars. I know cars. So like I brought that to the table. I brought, fun little facts about them, I also commentating on the race. Like, yeah, it's hard for me to focus on that and explain what I need to, and I'm getting better at it as the seasons go on. But I quite enjoy the hosting. So don't get it twisted. I love both. So through that, I started meeting even more people and more people. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how big is this community? And there's some bad apples. It happens. It's part of every community. We all know who they are. Wish they would just get rid of them, but that's never gonna happen. Um, so fast forward to now, the streaming might be a little sporadic because of the move I'm about to do. But we'll get into that in part two. I just want to say that throughout this whole journey, like I never thought I would be part of the community that I am. And it's fantastic and I love it. So if you're discouraged about Gran Turismo, I encourage you, just look up GT7 streamers if you're feeling bad about it. Ask questions, get to know people. Because, you can't play a game 2 straight years in a row and be like, I still love it. No, I don't care who you are. It ain't gonna happen. Trust me, it gets boring. I'm bored of it. But what keeps me going in the game is the people. 100% the people. Because without them, there's no point. Like, if you're bored of the dailies, message your friends. Be like, hey, dude, you want to do some fun lobbies for a couple of hours? Get away from the dailies. Because they can't get boring. Or find a league. Shoot, once you get in that community, see if anybody's doing a league. League racing's fun. I ain't gonna lie, it's way better than any of the crap that GT7 could come up with. Trust me. And I say crap, it's not really crap, it's just like, ugh. So, but in the part two, I'll explain more of life and stuff like that. If y'all want a part two. Other than that, it's been Leo. Y'all have a good rest of y'all's day. Bye bye.